And for the Warriors last year, they would end the season with 67 wins. That number, Clark, tying for the sixth best win total in NBA history.
And my guess is only a few people saw it coming. I mean, and as the season wore on, it became more and more.
Oh! He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
wow.
That could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I tell you what, that is the crowd pleaser of all crowd pleasers.
Here's Thompson. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4. Hey, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Warriors.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow, but Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer, was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available.
Changes here for the Warriors. Azili's checked in for Bogut. And Steph Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Gasol. Mirotic comes in for Taj Gibson. McDermott's checked in for Mike Dunleavy. And Moore subbed in for Jimmy Butler. They grabbed their own miss. And the rejection by Azili.
Tell you what, man.
I gotta hold down the city. Gotta let you know where I come from. I gotta hold down the city. Gotta let you know. I gotta hold down the city. Gotta let you know where I come from.
Hit on my laps in the gym, the sweat ran off my skin. They thought I ran out of breath, but I was just catching my wind. That only happens to them. I gotta capture my win. I practice 31 days a month and I practice again. Was born equipped with sportsmanship, so I just laugh and I grin. Victory is my objective, I don't have to pretend. Spread my wings like an eagle and let them flap in the wind. No guts, no glory, no pain, no gain. These are actions of men. My teammate is a warrior, got my back to the end. My offense is God sent. You gon' have to defend. My crossover is vicious, I got more swagger than him. Hit the bottom of the net or the back of the rim. Your style is a flavor foul. Your score, I'ma take it down. All of your trash talking was pointless. Say it now, you slacking in goaltending. My actions are bone chilling. Got the home court advantage. I'm back on the road winning.
I gotta hold down the city. Gotta let you know where I come from. I gotta hold down the city. Gotta let you know. I gotta hold down the city. Gotta let
Check. I'm from where the cameras run.
Leader Conference Fair lined up for you today as the Golden State Warriors come in for this one. And here it comes, the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. Setting the floor for the Warriors. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. And it's Barnes in at the 3 spot.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
Down low. On its way from Curry for 2. Out to Thompson. Tries again. Detroit with the rebound. Harris outside. Feeds to Drummond. Fires from the wing. Klay Thompson grabs the miss. And it's the Warriors on the break. Barnes got the ball. And now the Pistons fast break. They grab their own miss. On defense, Detroit to the paint. Thompson for the triple. And he gets it to go. Thompson's got his first 3 points of the game.
A good open look, and he splashes home the three.
And really, last season was one of improvement for the Pistons. They were able to shoot the ball better and better as the season wore on. Overall, they cut out the little mistakes that had bothered them back in 14.
Well, that's clearly a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look at.
No doubt about it. You cannot let up defensively just because he missed that one.
Lets it go with a three. And that one's good. Thompson's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Warriors. To the wing right side. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Caldwell Pope dishes to Drummond. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
And here's Jackson after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. The drive by Jackson. Here's Drummond. It's deflected. Bogut kicks to Green. Detroit with the rebound.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that play.
And Drummond throws it down.
Flush that thing down, young fella.
That is a fierce two-hander.
Maximum force on that dunk.
And here are the Warriors now after the basket by Detroit.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
And a different look here for the Pistons. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Tolliver comes in for Marcus Morris. Johnson, he's checked in for Harris. And it's Jody Meeks in for Jackson. Different look here for the Warriors. Azili's checked in for Bogut. Spates comes in for Draymond Green. Andre Iguodala, he's checked in for Barnes. And it's Livingston in for Thompson. Caldwell Pope kicks to Baines. And he gets the bucket. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. On its way from Curry for two. And again, it's the Warriors missing. The Pistons have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Here's Caldwell Pope. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Here's Meeks. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Caldwell Pope kicks to Baines. Pass to Tolliver. And stolen by Spates. And now it's Livingston running. He can go all the way. Here we go, one-on-one. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Spates. Here's Curry with the three. And Baines pulls it down.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Here's Caldwell Pope. And the layup's good off the glass. Caldwell Pope's got 7 points. Guys, what a wild first half this has been.
I'd say, 8 lead changes, that speaks for itself.
Wow, back in fourth start, that's for sure.
The first quarter. And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Detroit.
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
Yeah, also something I like out of them so far, they're throwing their bodies around in the paint, and the physicality is taking its toll.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin the second quarter. Ian Clark out there with Barbosa. Then there's Draymond Green. Then there's Festus Ezeli. And it's Rush in at the small forward. Now here is Morris. Following the miss by Draymond Green. Harris. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Nice pass there to set that bucket up.
And that's 10 of their last 12 points that have come off assists.
Warriors trailed by 5.
Well, the term dream season can be applied to Steve Kerr's first year. Comes in and sets a franchise record in wins and also wins a title for the Warriors in his first year. Still unreal.
Andrew Bogut checked in for Festus Ezeli. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. It's stolen. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Barbosa with the ball. And Rush kicks to Green. Another shot. Green missing again.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
And for Kerr, so much was made of how much pressure he had to face to get the Warriors to improve. Inheriting that team from Mark Jackson. Greg, that was a good point. He passed that test, though, Clark, I think, with flying colors.
Well, first time that a rookie head coach has won a title since the NBA's inception. I think that says it all right there.
Now, here's Meeks. A baseline J. Draymond Green pulls it in.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Pistons leading by 5. Meeks passes to Jackson. He dishes it to Meeks. From outside, off the mark. Golden State's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Rush. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. The Warriors shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. The first free throw is good. And some changes here for the Warriors. Barnes, he's checked in for Ian Clark. And it's Klay Thompson in for Leandro Barbosa. Both free throws good from Rush.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
And for the Warriors last year, they would end the season with 67 wins. That number, Clark, tying for the 6th best win total in NBA history.
And my guess is only a few people saw it coming. I mean, and as the season wore on, it became more and more apparent that the Warriors were for real, but it took a while for people to accept that fact.
And now the first timeout called here for Detroit. Well, last season, the Pistons didn't reach the playoffs for the 6th consecutive season. They're making progress, but as we can all see, still have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, you know, they were spoiled for a while there. How about going to the playoffs for 1996 to 2009? So it's been a rough stretch here of late, but you get the feeling that the building blocks are in place for another push.
So for the Pistons, Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Marcus Morris. And it's Johnson in for Jody Meeks. The Warriors also with a sub. Livingston's checked in.
And I bet most people forget that the Pistons did make the playoffs for 8 straight years before this current drought. It's been a long rebuild process for them recently, but I think they're making progress and moving in the right direction.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for the Pistons. Caldwell Pope comes in for Tobias Harris. And then for Golden State, Spates comes in for Andrew Bogut. And it's Iguodala in for Green.
And for the Pistons, they seem to have a direction and plan now that just wasn't the case before. It won't be easy to get back into the postseason, but I really feel like they are on the right path.
Here's Jackson. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Over to the wing. Fires from the corner. They get it back. Johnson. Detroit shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And, Kevin, it's something they've been working very hard to correct and to change. I mean, they know.
Check it out. Never knew a friend till I met a foe. Till I met. Never knew pain till I met the game. Never had a real team that could win the rain. Never knew what a friend could do. Never knew I'd be bruised all black and blue. With my back to the wall. Scrap with my dogs. Rap with my dogs. Cat with my dogs. Fly with me in the land. Oakland, Los Angeles. Real homies never turn to run. Even if a young sucker wanna pull them. Even if a young sucker wanna meet the sun. We gon' rep to the death where the roots is from.
Each day's another change. My homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. Each day's another change. My homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. I'm with my homies, yeah. 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 I'm with my homies, yeah.
Real homies stand and struggle. I know you came to hustle, grit your teeth and clench your knuckles. We didn't come to fight, we came to get you. You won't live with me till we die, that's how homies ride. No need for consternation, gather the congregation. I'm rocking for my nation, to get that spirit raising. To all my cousins and my cliques, family and folks. We got our ride out till we break up all them hundreds folks.
Each day's another change, my homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. Each day's another change, my homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. I'm with my homies, yeah. 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 I'm with my homies, yeah.
Never knew chill till I met with beef. Never knew war till I met with peace. Never knew tie till I came to rest. Got a couple real homies and they all the best. Never knew cause it's hard to watch. Seen a couple of my homies die upon the block. With a and the vultures fly. And I watch for my life to stop. Hard to see in the cold night. When it's cold at night and my soul in ice. Gotta be when I'm holding tight. And I hold the lights. Get a poltergeist. But real homies never turn they back. My homies listen all these tracks. My homies all rapping Mac. We rolling out like Cadillac.
Each day's another change. My homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. Each day's another change. My homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. I'm with my homies, yeah. 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 I'm with my homies, yeah.
South side.
We've got an electric crowd here in Golden State's Oracle Arena. We'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder facing the Golden State Warriors. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. And so off the tip, it's Oklahoma City. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. The rugged duo of them's in the middle. Russell Westbrook out there with Roberson. And it's Durant in at the three, the small forward. Thompson from long range. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
You know, basketball can be a thing of beauty, and the Warriors showed just how gorgeous ball movement can be last year. Every possession looked like a well-orchestrated concert. It was incredibly fun to watch. Not so much fun, probably, to coach against.
Got a piece of it. Shoots the three. The rebound by Ibaka. On defense, the Warriors. It's a three-point game. It's Durant with the drive from 18 feet away. And it's Westbrook again missing. Well, the Warriors did zip the ball around very well last year, Clark. They led the league, as Greg was just talking about, led the league in assists per game. It wasn't even close. Over 27 assists per game as a team.
Yeah, 28 times they had 30 or more assists. In 2014, the team that led in that category was the Spurs. They did it only 16 times.
Green, no luck.
The shots aren't dropping yet. They've missed 4 of their first 5 shots.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Now here's Durant following the miss by Draymond Green. And the pass to Roberson. Launches it. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Roberson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Curry outside. Shot's good.
Yeah, gutsy shot to come right back at him with the 3 of his own.
Well, we've seen it before. He doesn't have any problem trading shots with anybody.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And good as it paddles through the hoop. Curry's got 5 points so far.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Thompson for 3. Another 3 for Golden State. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Spates comes in for Andrew Bogut. And it's Livingston in for Thompson. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Waiters has checked in.
You know, and Billy Donovan, the Oklahoma City Thunder, were able to pull him away from the college game last season, signed him to a 5-year deal in the middle of last year's playoffs.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. And for Billy Donovan, we were talking about him. He had been with Florida for so long, the Gator program built by him. It'll be a big change. He had been thinking about it, though, before. He almost took, remember that, Greg, the Magic job back in 2007?
You know, there was a change of heart for him with the Orlando gig, and Donovan's done nothing but win at Florida, and he'll have that same pressure to succeed with the high expectations with the Thunder.
Ibaka, no luck.
I think in that situation, it was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway. Taking it to the rack with power right there.
Hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Thompson from long range. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Foy, the pass to Westbrook. And easy 2 points on the layup. Westbrook's got 6.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition. And really just straight to the basket with a full head of steam.
Well, if you're going to throw it down, make sure you throw it down with force.
Now Westbrook after the missed three from Stephen Curry. Westbrook kicks to Ibaka. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Flush that thing down, young fella.
That is a fierce two-hander.
Maximum force on that dunk.
Thompson with the bucket.
What marks me? Their backcourt has set the tone for their whole squad.
It's Westbrook with the drive. Cantor dishes to Ford. This one for three. That drops. Foy's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That is his first foul of the game. Kyle Singler's checked in for Russell Westbrook. Here's Curry. He has 5. On the wing, Thompson. Green, the pass to Bogut. They get it back. And that concludes up. And off we go. A close game now starting the second quarter. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Thunder.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at the Thunder, they've got Kyle Singler. Dion Waiters is out there with 4. And then there's Steven Adams. And it's Durant in at the power forward position. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Last year, the Thunder were in a playoff battle all season, Clark. Their road record of 16-24, a big part of why they didn't sneak into the playoffs.
Well, when you're dealing with the kinds of injuries the Thunder had last year, it's impossible to be your best, and grinding out road wins is that much tougher.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Anthony Morrow's checked in for Kyle Singler. Roberson comes in for Dion Waiters. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Randy Foy. Now here's Curry. 5 points in the game. Hands it from downtown. Curry's got 8 points.
And really with the Thunder and their road problems last season, both Phoenix and New Orleans had better road records than they did. And had the Thunder been tougher on the road, no doubt they would have made it in.
He kicks it to Thompson. The three-pointer off the mark.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
And he gets the bucket. And now a 6-point Thunder lead.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint. Plain and simple.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far.
They haven't really been sharp from behind the arc here. I mean, it's actually gone from bad to worse. And when that happens, you've got to look at shot quality. Are they getting good looks from behind the three-point line? And, you know, the Thunder had road trouble right out of the gate last season, guys. Only had 1 road win in their first 9 road games. They also had 4 different instances of 4 or more game road losing streaks last season.
And Adams now top of the key. Shots good by Durant.
All of the scoring in tight is coming at that end of the court.
You know, they found the holes in the defense and really doing a great job of exploiting them.
Ahead. And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist.